nobody can take it away from Dancegod that he's a co-founder. Like, it cannot be taken away from him. So anytime he's ready to come back, he can come back.
In 2021, when I met him on set during Dancegod Lloyd's interview, I interacted with him as his manager. Today, he no longer bears that title, and we are here to talk about issues pertaining to their splits and other matters arising. This is Talkertainment on Ghanaweb TV, and I am your host, Elsie Lamar. We'll be back after this break. Don't go away. Welcome back from that quick break. Joining us on the show today is Quables. He is the former manager for Dancegod Lloyd. Quables, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Why are you laughing so much?
The way you introduced me as the former manager of Dancegod.
Oh, aren't you the former? Or,
yes, I am.
Yeah. I'm guessing you never thought a time will come where they
I'll
would have to
like
address you as a former manager.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think that a time would come like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll delve into that aspect, but I want to ask about a bit about the academy and how it's running.
Okay.
A lot of people are actually thinking that now that Dancegod Lloyd, who is assumed as the poster boy for the academy, is no longer there, there's going to be a huge difference. Is that the case?
No, not at all. So the academy is structured, and I mean, there's a lot of misconception out there. A lot of people think that it's just Dancegod that started the academy, or the academy is for Dancegod, but it was actually started by 3 people. It was Dancegod, myself, and then Afrobeat. So we are 3. So we are 3 co-founders. So it's not what people think. Some people think, I thought he's the owner, I thought he founded this, but it was the 3 of us, and the structure is such that, like, if even the 3 of us who are the co-founders are not there, it's still supposed to run, because everybody has a role to play. There are people that work, under us, so if I'm not there, if Dancegod is not there, if Afrobeat is not there, the academy is still going to run. It's like a structured company,
So I want to understand something. 3 of you co-founded
DWP Academy.
the group.
Yes.
How do you split proceeds, as in profits, what monies that come in? How is it done? Like, does a greater percentage go to someone, or is it equally? How is the structure like in terms of?
No, I can't go into details with that.
Yeah,
but
just give me a fair idea.
Yeah, but like, I mean, we started this together, so nobody is bigger than anybody, or nobody has a higher percentage more than another person. As to how we split, percentage and all that, I cannot go into details.
But how was it intentional that, or was it the case that you pushed
Dancegod more?
Yes.
Okay, so the truth is that this started about 8 years ago. That's when I started managing Dancegod. He's the one I started managing, because he told me about how the dance industry is and people don't pay well and how difficult things are. So I said, okay, I'm going to take it upon myself, so it was just like me trying to help a friend, because we went to school together, and in trying to help a friend, it became more like a career, because I didn't go to school to study management or talent management or anything, I'm into advertising. I was into advertising, so I was actually doing like 8 to 5, so that was my full-time job, but when my friend, told me about this, I decided to take, that path, and then he came to me someday and said...
So wait, I'm not trying to interrupt here, but did you actually quit your job?
Yes,
to
so at a point,
full-time on Dancegod?
At a point I did. I had to, because I had to be running away from, work to go for meetings. It was difficult trying to, do both. So I had to, decide not to do 8 to 5 anymore and focus on him 100%.
So did you say you sacrificed?
Yeah, I did make a lot of sacrifices. Like, after school, I had to go and do my master's. I didn't go, I decided to stay here because I started something with him. Like, imagine if I traveled, I mean, how things have turned out, you know. So those are some of the sacrifices that I made, like not like doing 8 to 5, which is more like of a secure job, where you know that at the end of the month, this is how much you're going to be paid, as compared to like, you know, like dance at that time where nobody even paid 50 cedis. Like everything we did back then was for free, you know. So it was a big risk, you know, like not knowing how things are going to turn out, and then deciding to take that career path, you know.
But how well was he doing when you met him?
When I met Dancegod, he had 1,000 followers on Instagram. Now he has 1.5 million. You know, when I met him, he had 1,000. I had more than 100,000. So, and you see, aside what I was doing, like I was a model, I was into advertising, I was doing commercials, you know. So now with like all of the people that I knew in advertising and the brands that I knew, I wasn't talking about myself anymore. Like if they wanted to use me, I'll say no. This is my talent now. Use this person, you know. So it was like he was now starting. You know, at the point I met him, he was now starting, you know, like social media. You know, so I was literally managing his social media because like I had like, you know, the expertise with that. So if anybody was talking to him in the DMs, on the comments, it was me talking. So I was talking as Dancegod.
Okay, so I want to get something right here. 3 of you were co-founders, you, Afrobeat, and Dancegod.
Yeah.
So how come you doubled as his manager?
Okay, so because I was his manager before, and then he brought on his friend, which is Afrobeat. He said he has a friend from Asher who is also talented. So I decided to manage the two of them. And after managing them for like 3 years, we were like, we cannot dance forever. Like, you guys cannot dance forever. Like, whatever we're doing, which is like getting recognition around the world, we need to make sure that like it lives forever. So we need to groom like the next generation, you know. So that's how the three of us decided to like, you know, set up the academy.
Okay, so what level of, to what extent, or what level of investment, or what's the highest level of investment that you've actually pumped into Dancegod Lloyd, that when all these things happened, it struck you and you felt like I've actually done a vain job?
No, I don't think I've done a vain job because like I believe that like, you know, when they happened, I was like, maybe like I had done what I had to do, you know, maybe it was just time to move on, you know. And he has changed, like he's inspired a lot of people. Like I feel like indirectly, it also like, you know, comes back to me because maybe if I didn't take that career path, all of the people that he's inspired wouldn't have been inspired, you know. So I don't think that my time was wasted in any way.
Okay.
You know,
so
what the investment that I think that like I made, that I feel like he didn't really consider it's my time. You know, my time, and like I literally sacrificed my own career because I had it. Like he knows that at the time, like I was working with a lot of brands at that time. You know, but now I'm like, no, it shouldn't be about me. I want to be backstage so that you take, you know, the forefront.
Okay. When the issue happened, there were rumors out there, of course, typical of celebrities.
Yeah.
Those massage the issues and act like there's nothing happening, but definitely it will come out, and then we'll all get to hear, and then the issues started dropping one by one. You, on the other hand, was silent for a long time until you decided to vent one day. And that was where like we realized that yes, there was something happening. Now I want you, I'm going to keep quiet and I want you to give us a rundown of how things started, how things got messy, and how things actually escalated in the camp, especially between you and Dancegod.
Okay, so like things actually didn't escalate in the camp because I don't know. I think that the academy guys actually like really matured because they didn't go out to say anything. They were very calm. They kept on doing what they had to do. Like things didn't change. If you paid attention to like the members and our social media, things didn't change. The work still had to be done. That's my like policy. Like no matter what, the work has to be done. Even if you have a misunderstanding with somebody, the work still has to be done. Like how did things even start? It's very funny. I think that, I mean, I was hearing rumors that, you know, he had a new manager and da. And I mean, he went on TikTok live to say certain things, you know. I don't remember what he said. I think he said something like some people are ungrateful and, you know, he said a couple of things. And the social media and everybody was beginning to think that, you know, because he didn't perform at that event. There was an event that he didn't perform, the one we did with Asher. People were beginning to think that because he didn't perform at that event, that's why, you know, we have a misunderstanding. But it was so many things that led to that, you know. We didn't stop him from performing on that stage. Like, he wasn't available. I think he traveled to Nigeria at the time we were rehearsing, but he knew that we had a performance, but he decided to travel to Nigeria, like, without informing anybody, you know. And I mean, I think he came a day before the performance. But you see, those people that did that event, like, they're very structured. They already know that, okay, 20 people are going to be on stage. This is what we are going to do. We cannot last minute, like, make changes. Who are we going to take? Because we've been rehearsing for weeks. Who are we going to take out, you know? Or are we going to, like, it's going to change arrangements of everything, you know? So I literally asked, like, one of the people that were in charge of, like, the stage and everything that we want to make changes to and they said it's too late, you know? So it wasn't our fault that he didn't perform, but social media, you know, like, people were just making a lot of assumptions that we decided not to, you know, let him perform, and he started the academy, and what do you people mean? And, you know, so many things. I really don't remember how everything unfolded, but this is where we are now.
But did you have an altercation with him? Did you both talk?
Did we? After everything? I don't remember.
You people never spoke?
Before the event or
during everything, like when the misunderstanding started unfolding, you people didn't try to talk things out?
I think there was one time we did. That's what I'm saying. It was so many that led to that. There was one time that we did, but I think he was not ready to listen to, you know, anybody, you know. So if you're not ready to listen, then.
So would you say that there was also some external forces that were influencing him?
Maybe the new manager or.
Who is the new manager?
I don't know the person.
You don't know him?
Yes, I know the person by face, but I don't know the name.
Is he popular?
No. Yes, so there's a new manager, and I was surprised though, because that person that's the new manager, I've taken him to a meeting for a brand, and I saw that person in that meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I think that I believe that he has his reasons for doing what he did, you know. But another part of me feels like it was kind of selfish, because, like, considering, like, every other person, the academy members and everything, like, no matter what it is, it can be resolved. You know, I don't know what it could be, because if you ask him, truth be told, he cannot tell you why. He cannot tell you why he decided to leave, or he cannot tell you why he acted the way he acted. He cannot pinpoint what it is.
Would you say that he used the Asher rumors
to be the reason
as a bait to actually?
Yeah. Yes, I think so. I think that the truth is that I think that he already had everything planned as to how he wanted to do things. So maybe the way things turned out, then he could make him. I think he wanted to be alone. I think he wanted to run things himself. You know, maybe he didn't want to be under management.
Okay, let's take a quick breather here. When we return, we'll actually delve more into the issue. This is Talkertainment on Ghanaweb TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are still on a discussion surrounding the DWP Academy and their managers and whatever thing that ensued between the the managers and the camp. We are discussing with Quables here. So before we went on break, we're talking about how how events unfolded and led to the the split. So right now, would you at any point, or would you ever want to know the main or the exact reason behind Dancegod Lloyd's decision to actually be solo?
To be honest, I really want to know. Like, he literally cannot give, because I've asked him before. He wasn't able to give me a reason. He cannot give anybody a reason why. So I really want him to let me know why. What could be the reason why you take such a stand? Because we're building something big. Like, we're changing lives. Most of the people in the academy have like very interesting stories. Like right now, they're able to take care of their families. Like, they have like a career that they make a living from. People know them around the world. People are inspired by them. So we're building something great. And then for your selfish reasons, I don't know, but I find it because no matter how I feel about Afrobeat or Lloyd, I will not let it extend to the academy because that's a different thing altogether. Because it's actually like our lives are tied to a lot of other people. So imagine what happened between Dancegod and I also decided, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. What happens?
How does his decision affect the camp?
The camp actually, okay, I think it's been a while, so I'm not even remembering certain things. You see, I went on Twitter at a point to go and talk. I didn't want to ever talk about this, but the reason that, I did that was because I heard, like, there were so many things that I heard, like, and so many things I saw, like, he trying to, like, get some of the members to turn against me, or he even, like, planning to start a new academy, things like that. And I'm like, how can you even think like that? Or how can you even, like, say things like that? It didn't sit well with me, but the good thing is that we told, like, our members, like, know that, like, even though this is what's going on online, the work still has to go on and we have to stay together. Even with my tweet, I said, like, regardless of everything, nobody can take it away from Dancegod that he's a co-founder. Like, it cannot be taken away from him. So anytime he's ready to come back, he can come back.
So at that point, when things were going south, did any of your members try to actually follow him, or does any of your members have or owe allegiance to him to some extent?
I think they some of them kind of did, but some of them kind of, like, wanted to take his side, but the truth is that they are wise. Like, they know that, like, we're stronger together. Would you rather, like, be on your own or follow one person, or, like, stay with the whole group? So everybody decided to stay together.
So Dancegod Lloyd still remains the co-founder. What does it mean? Does it mean that going forward, every show or every project that you people hop on, he still has to be given his share of money, or what does it mean?
Yes, he's still entitled to his shares.
So now that you people are not really in communication, how do you intend to do that?
We're still looking at how we're going to resolve that.
So he has not reached out to you, his lawyers, nobody has reached
so
out?
So we're working on that. We're really working on that. And I mean, I just hope that things turn out right, or, like, and everybody is happy, yeah.
Okay, let's move away a bit from there and go to the Asher Global Citizen concert. Would you say that it's actually the biggest?
What, like, you see how people see our brand. Like, we've been doing a lot of big things for years. Like, we did Beyonce. Beyonce is literally like one of the biggest artists in the world. We did Beyonce. We've been on BBC, we've been on CNN, we've been on Shade Room, you know, Ciara posted us, PDD posted us, you know, so like big names or big like people have like, you know, spoken about us, or we've been on big platforms, you know. So Asher is definitely one of the biggest because like he's he's a big artist and he's also a dancer, you know. So the dancers see him as, you know,
An idol.
yes, as an idol, you know. So that's definitely one of the biggest. Another one I know my dancers are like really looking forward to is Chris Brown. You know,
I was gonna mention that.
yeah. So if they do Chris Brown, then
Then that's it.
that's
Like,
it.
hey.
Yeah.
So are
If
you
Michael
like
Jackson was alive, then
right? I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but are you trying to put some structures in place to make sure that happens, like the Chris Brown thing?
So you see, our way of working is that we work on ourselves to the point where like if the opportunity comes,
You
you will
grab
use
it.
no other. Like, so we keep building on our brand. Like the DWP that you knew last year is not the same DWP that you're going to see this year. Like we're going to work on like our costuming, like branding and everything. If Chris Brown wants to work with a team from Africa, he will definitely get to know that this is the best team that he should work with. So that's how we because we don't have Chris Brown's contact. How is he going to work with
Oh,
us?
Chris Brown nowadays is all over, especially in Nigeria. You know, he's doing a lot of features here
And
and
then somebody
there.
should
But,
connect us.
but
Yeah.
so with networking and connect, how do you people? Because you have people in the industry when you want to like do those things, you fall on.
God is our biggest connect.
But
funny, like everything just like falls in place. Like we do what we have to do. Like with, you know, we always preparing for the opportunity. Like we don't wait for the opportunity before we start working towards it. Like we prepare ourselves. If there's a chance to go and perform at a concert or a competition in the US, we're ready. You know, that's how we move.
So I heard something during the Asher concert. I heard that they actually contacted you guys.
Yes, they did.
And that's also the case with Beyonce.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, with Asher, they reach out to Afrobeat, and with Beyonce they reach out to Dancegod.
Then you guys are big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that God is our biggest connect. We prepare and then to come.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when such
An opportunity
messages hit your DM, how
do we
is the
react?
Yeah, how do you react to it?
Sometimes it's like we're surprised sometimes, but at the same time we know and we feel like yes, we are the best to actually do the job. You know, like for instance, Asher was it was interesting, but to be honest, after we did a performance and we were like, no.
I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw the team.
Yeah.
I saw you in particular.
Asher followed us.
How
he followed
you
us to
were...
our tent.
Yes,
Yeah.
like
He didn't want to
popping
leave.
champagne.
Yes,
and stuff
he didn't want to leave our tent. Like he was in our tent before, after the performance, he came back into our tent. Like he's a global artist. Usually, like, trust me, I'm not even gonna lie. The Ghanaian artists will not do that. You are performing with them, you finish, but you don't even find the artist. The bodyguards will escort the artist out and then they'll leave you somewhere. He followed us to our tent after, you know, the performance, and some people were speaking Chi. He's asking them, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of that? You know, like, it was, I don't know, I can't explain how that felt, but it was amazing.
But did that ended? Are you both still in touch?
Yeah, he even said that this is not going to be the last. Yeah, so maybe if Asher is doing some show in somewhere, he's probably going to reach out to us, because our style is different from what he's used to. You know, like even with, like, he's a great dancer, but our steps are different. You know, so he was actually like amazed. You know, Afrobeat actually choreographed the whole performance. Yes, Afrobeat actually choreographed the whole performance.
Speaking of Afrobeat, why is he not really putting himself out there like that?
Okay, so you see, you asked me a question about why does it look like Dancegod is the face?
Yes.
That's because, you see, two people cannot like drive a ship. You know, the plan was that it was like a tree. We put more attention on Dancegod, and then it's going to transcend down. You know, so if Dancegod is going up, it's going to like it's going to affect every other person that he's associated with. We couldn't just push. If we with the academy members, it's not everybody that blows up all of a sudden. There's a point that you realize that Afronita is shining. There's a point Endurance is shining. There's a point Official Starter is shining. Like, everybody has their time, So Afrobeat's time, like, I mean, he's had his time, and his time is still going to come. Like, it's just that, like, there are two different types of people. Like, he's not like so outgoing, but trust me, like, I feel like he's the best choreographer I've met. He and Dancegod are two different types of people. He's more of a choreographer. Dancegod is more of a performer.
So you actually took the... You just did damage control. I was going to ask you that. Are you trying to say that
no,
he's
not,
better?
I'm not saying he's better. He's not better. One is a great performer.
Okay.
One is a great choreographer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So both of them made a
Together,
good team.
Yes, they are.
So that is also one side that has affected the team, right?
Yeah. The good thing is that we've been together for a long time, and the team has also really learned from them. Because we have classes every Wednesdays and Saturdays, and for some time now, Dancegod has not been teaching. Afrobeat has not been teaching. It's the younger ones that have been teaching, and people come for the class. A lot of people travel around the world and come here to take our class. Recently, we went to Dubai. So many people attended the classes. It wasn't Dancegod or Afrobeat. It was Endurance, Afronita, but people were coming because they know they are equally good.
So you're training people.
They've been trained, they've been trained very well.
Oh, okay.
So now they can do,
yeah.
Certain things that, like, they used to do. Dancegod Afrobeat used to do.
Okay, so
I'm not saying they are as good as them,
yeah,
but they can, do their work to some extent.
I see. So I'm going to ask you a question. Be very honest with me. I don't want any corny replies like how you celebrities do. What's with all the stages that you've mounted so far, which stage actually gave you your biggest paycheck? Or which project gave you your biggest paycheck?
Beyonce. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, it's Beyonce.
How much are we talking? No. Give me a range.
No, I can't do that.
Why?
No, I can't do that. It's Beyonce.
Is it $1 million?
It's Beyonce.
Is it $1 million?
It's Beyonce. Come on, it's Beyonce. Like,
okay, give me a range.
Yeah, it's Beyonce. Like, if I say it's Beyonce, you have to understand that.
Yeah, I know it's Beyonce, but
that's Jay-Z's wife.
I know it's Jay-Z's wife, but don't do that. Okay, give me a range.
No, I can't.
So is it in hundred thousands of dollars? No, you're not mentioning the figure, but like, is it hundred thousands of dollars? Or okay, 100,000 to 1 million.
Hey.
Quables.
What if it's more than that?
More than $1 million.
What if it's more than that?
So it could be.
It could be. It's Beyonce.
Hey, who this guy won't carry me?
Mankashu.
Yo, must say. And the Asher one, like, was it equally okay?
Yeah, it's very good. It's Asher.
And they just said now you people your how do you call it? Your prices have shot up. Oh.
Yeah, it's like I don't know about other people, but anybody that works with us knows that like we give you value for whatever you pay for. Like we've made songs global songs. Like I can mention Overdose. One of the reasons why Overdose is a very big song is because we created that choreography.
Don Jazzy's Overdose.
Yeah, we created that choreography.
It's
created by us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Down Flat. That song blew up because of the dance. Balance It. That song, so we've made, and whatever the artist is going to make back is millions.
So did they reach out to you, like the Don Jazzy big you up?
Yes, we were paid for everything that we do.
They paid? Everything
that we do, we are paid for it.
Hey! Oh, from here, I'm going to judge you for my own share. Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wow. So, now...
And it's not like we have everything that we need, though.
Don't do damage
it's
control.
true. No, I'm being honest with you. It's not like we have everything that we need. Like, we don't have a space of our own,
You're still with Pulse, like...
Yes, we are at Pulse. Yeah, Pulse gives us their space to use. We've been moving from studio to studio. We used to be at One Airport Square. We moved to Jolu. Now we're at East Legon. So, like, what our dream and our goal is to like have our own space.
So what's stopping you?
Um,
You're not getting an appropriate...
yeah, we need a place. We need a place, and we need support.
Huh? With your millions of dollars, you still need support.
We really need support. Like millions of dollars.
Yes.
Who said millions of dollars?
Yes.
Where is the millions of dollars?
I know you are worth more than millions of dollars.
We are worth more than that, but we don't have that. We are really worth more than that. Like sometimes we actually consider like, because like if we want to charge people what we are worth, they will think that they will say the price is outrageous, you know. So like we actually consider like looking at like the economy and like how things are going, and then we like, okay, if this is what you have, we're going to work around it, you know. We do that for a lot of... We promote certain songs for free because we want to support like the culture.
Okay, so would you say, let's come back to this whole Dancegod Lloyd thing. If today, if Dancegod Lloyd decides to come back and says that, oh, like, let's forget about everything, I want to still be a part of you guys, I want to make comments and all, would you accept him back?
It's not about me accepting him. Nobody has taken his place. Nobody has taken his place. He decided to leave. So it is he that has to come back.
If he comes back, are you going to put in certain structures that will ensure that he doesn't come back anyhow? Like, how are you going to do it? Definitely you accept him, but once bitten, twice shy, right? It's going to come with conditions.
So if he comes back, he's not coming back. I'm not managing him when he comes back. But I mean, he's coming back as a, you know,
a shareholder.
Yes, of the academy, you know. Yes.
Okay. So what project are you currently working on?
This year? This year we want to travel around the world, you know, and we want to like promote more Ghanaian music. Like sometimes we get comments where people say that, why you always dancing to Nigerian music? It's not that. Like if we are being paid, you know, to do it, we shouldn't do it.
And like Ghanaian artists, people pay so that they'll promote your songs.
So yeah, we want to promote more Ghanaian music. We want to work on a dance movie this year, and then we want to travel around the world and like, you know, teach people our culture and, you know, our style of dance. You know, so that's like those are the things, like kind of things that we want to do this year. So
last question, has your encounter with Dancegod Lloyd actually stopped you from actually considering managing anybody in the future? Would you have a second thought?
You know what they always... I don't know why everybody said this. Everybody actually said this in the beginning, that why are you quitting your job to do this? And talents will always disappoint you. Everybody says that. But I don't know why I kind of felt or thought that like it's going to be a different, you know, but it happened. What everybody said actually happened, you know, but it doesn't mean that like because of that I'm not going to manage anybody again. It's like a relationship. If a boy disappoints you or you know, it's bad to you, it doesn't mean that the next guy is going to be... Maybe the next guy might be bad, but it doesn't mean that you give up on, you know, love, right? Yeah, so, I mean, if I meet somebody that's talented that I feel like I can connect with, I'll definitely manage the person.
Your last words?
My name is Quables, co-founder of DWP Academy and manager of DWP Academy. Keep supporting us, keep, you know, sharing our stuff, and we're never going to disappoint you.
Social media.
My social media is Quables on every platform, Quables.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming, Quables. It was
so
a pleasure having you on the show. And all too soon, we've come to an end of today's edition of Talkertainment. I hope you enjoyed every little bit of it. We hope to come your way another time. Till then, be good. We're out.